Hello everybody, this is USA Dobson, and today we're going to be talking about how you can change the starter for your Toyota Tacoma. This is going to be specifically for the 2RZ-FE, which is the 2.4 liter 4-cylinder Toyota engine. Anyway guys, I'm going to basically be showing you how you can do it yourself. This takes approximately an hour if you have some experience working on vehicles yourself. But overall, not too hard of a job at all. There's lots of room actually to work. Anyway guys, let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, it's going to be a lot easier if you can get your vehicle jacked up. You can see down under here where I jacked the frame up, and make sure you have some support in case this jack were to fail. Ideally, you don't want this to be on gravel, but I couldn't get the truck moved anywhere else to get the starter in, so we worked with what we had. Once you get it jacked up, put your parking brake on just to be safe. Make sure it doesn't roll out from under you. Another thing, I saw some people, they'll take off this wheel. You do not have to take off the wheel. The easiest thing you can do, if you still have your fender well liner, peel that back a little bit. It helps you sometimes. You'll need to reach your hand in through here while you're underneath. So that gives you nice access. And you can see the new starter there that I've already put on. The second thing that you're really going to want to do, you can see the engine here. This is my battery. You're going to want to take off your negative battery terminal. I had a 10mm bolt on here, so I took off the negative terminal. I stuffed a rag in between the cable and the terminal because you do not want power to anything near your starter while you're working on your vehicle. Alright guys, we are underneath the Taco right now. You can see my brand new steering stabilizer that I installed. The other one was leaking from the seals. Anyways, let's talk about the bolts that you're going to have to remove to take this starter out, and the bolts you have to put back on whenever you reinstall your new one. You'll see this bolt here. This is going to be the first one that you'll take off. The size on that bolt is a 9/16. You can see the ratchet here that I have. It's a swivel head. That'll make your life probably a little bit easier when you're removing that. So you'll remove this bolt here, and while you're down here, see these, there's a connector right here that you remove. You simply pinch on it and pull it out. Really simple to do. This is your power to your starter. That bolt size, I got it right here. It is a 1/2 inch. So of course, to undo your power to your starter, to take that off and put your cable aside. Now it is important to note that whenever you actually wiggle the starter loose, it's easy if you have two people. You can simply take it off once you undo that top bolt, which I'll show you in a second, and you kind of push it up, have the second person pull it up while you're pushing from the bottom. I'll show you more of that in a second. Alright, well, we're back up top again, and as I was talking about towards the end of that last clip there, your starter is going to come through this valley in this area. So if you have somebody pushing up from the bottom, you'll be able to kind of take your hand and grab it. You'll have to move around a couple of these lines to get it out, but it's fairly simple to do. You can get it out once it's unbolted in about 2 minutes tops. And there's one more bolt on top of the starter that you have to get, and this is kind of my setup to get to it, just standing on a toolbox. So you have your intake manifold here, right behind the intake manifold. See where this leaf is? It's going to be on the bell housing. It's going to be the bolt on the back. You see I just have a simple 9/16 wrench. It's going to be easier if you take this side, just like this. Go on the bolt. This is both to install and remove. You just go on this bolt, undo it, and put it back on as so. Really simple to do. So whenever you do decide that you're putting your starter back in, it's going to be best, same way you took it out. You're going to take your starter from the top, take it down through there, and put it in its position. I put in the bottom bolt first, and then once I put that one in, put on the connector, and I also put on the power for the starter. And then I worked my way up top and put that final top bolt in. If you have any questions for me about this process, let me know. It's fairly self-explanatory. You don't have to be an expert mechanic or anything to do this on your own. Replacement starter I found was about 95 bucks. And hope you guys have good luck doing this project yourself. Anyway guys, have a great rest of your day, okay? See ya.